Perfect. Okay, guys, so here we are. We decided to do just a quick impromptu question.
Yes.
So I wanted, my question is, or our question, is it a question? Would it be a question? It's a question.
It's a question for people dating.
Right. So three red flags while dating. What's number one?
Number one for me, if you was musty, that would have been a red flag.
No, babe, you gotta go through here. That's the bonus. What the heck? I really gotta be specific. Jeez. Okay. All right, babe. So here we are. We are going to discuss something it's an important topic, especially when you're dating as a believer, right?
Right.
So what are 3 red flags while dating to be on the lookout for? Okay. So red flag number uno is...
Red flag number 1, you cannot be unequally yoked, meaning that I can't be a believer and you be whatever you believe in. Like...
Not believer?
Non-believer, yes. If you are... It's kind of a hard question, honestly. I mean, not a question, but... Can we start over? Because I don't know what much...
Take 3. Okay, take 3.
Take 3.
Okay, so here we are. We have a question that can help anyone that is out there dating, newly dating, or going to be dating, waiting on your Boaz or Ruth. Okay, so what is 3
red flags
while dating?
While dating.
So red flag numero uno is not being a believer.
Yes.
You have to believe. You have to be a believer, a follower of Jesus Christ.
How you gonna understand if I'm fasting?
That's our dishwashers.
How you gonna understand if I'm fasting and you're not fasting? How you gonna understand if I want to be celibate and you don't want to be celibate? If you're not a believer, then it don't cause all kind of issues.
All kind of issues, and it's not gonna be good. It's not gonna be good at all. So he or she must be a believer. Period. No, you can't convert him. Can you convert him?
It's not your job to convert nobody.
It's not your job.
We're not converters. We're seed sowers. So if they're not already there, more than likely, if they do get there, it's going to be because of the relationship they have with you, not the relationship they have with him.
Right. Which that can bring other issues, which we're not going to talk about right now. Okay. Red flag number 2 is, what is it, babe?
Pushing you away from God. It kind of lines up with the first one a little bit, but if you are in a relationship with somebody and they're downplaying your faith, they're downplaying your walk with God, or they're not interested, or they're trying to bring you to the other side and do things that you shouldn't be doing, that's a red flag, honestly. What you think?
Period. Like,
yeah.
If it's pushing you away, that person should want to get closer to God. Should want to run closer to God
before they meet you.
Yes.
Which lines up with the first question. Before they meet you, they should be chasing after God or have at least a relationship with him, and you guys should be building together.
Exactly. Yes. Exactly. And red flag number 3 is
habits that can be detrimental to your
walk.
Like
what? What are some habits that can be detrimental? What would you say?
You know, if they want to hit the weed all day, every day, that's a red flag right there. That lets you know, first of all, where they are. Second of all, where they're going. Because you don't go very far when you're in that lifestyle. Because unfortunately, weed makes you lackadaisical and procrastinate. So if you're a go-getter, that's not going to work for you.
No. Drinker. They're a drinker. If they're trying to drink, party.
Now look, we're not here to judge. If y'all like to hit the sippy sip every once in a while, that's y'all business. But we're talking about somebody that's an alcoholic that has to have a drink every day. Because we know not a lot of y'all Christians, y'all like to have a little drinky drink. And you know what I'm saying? That's your business. We're not judging nobody.
We're just stating some facts. Some things that can be a red flag and an issue along the line.
Right.
Which we'll eventually talk in another video. But
drinking alcohol can turn into alcoholism. I was an alcoholic. He
would know.
And I've been delivered, so I already know. You don't play with it. You just don't play with it.
You don't. And for a bonus, I wanted to ask him, what was a red flag? What would have been a red flag?
A deal breaker?
A deal breaker for me. If I would have been What would have been a deal breaker?
Hygiene. Like, at the end of the day, if I hugged up on you like this and you would smell like molasses and tar, that would have been a deal breaker. So, hygiene is super important for people just in life in general. There are a lot of people I know go to the bathroom, they don't wash their hands, they don't take showers. So, to each his own again. But for me and her, like, hygiene is super important.
It's super important. It's very high on the priority list. And then for me, one of my deal breakers, I definitely want to say hygiene, but another thing that would have been a deal breaker for me was kind of lines up to my past a little bit, and what he just talked about, if he was a drinker or a smoker. Absolute deal breaker for me, because I was not trying to deal with someone that was into that anymore. Another thing that is actually very important, and abuse. The way that he talked, the way that he carried himself. You know what's a key, a tip? The way he talked to his mom.
Mama.
If he talked to his mom crazy.
If mom is still alive, it for a man, the way you treat your mom is more than likely the way you're going to treat your wife or your girlfriend or whatever until you get there. And a lot of that comes from the relationship that you have with Christ as well.
Yep.
If you have they say if you don't have God in your life and he's not your moral compass, who's going to guide you in your relationship with your woman or your wife? Who's going to guide you? The world or God? So
Exactly. So we hope that those tips helped you guys, or plants a seed for when the time comes and you do start dating.
Yes.
So talk to you guys later. Peace.
Yay!